And we're live. Apparently we're live. According to YouTube, we're live. As with every single live stream that we do, I never believe it. Do you?
I mean...
The thing that I've got with the whole YouTube thing is when it says it's live, I don't know, is it at that point it's live or is there a delay or...
Yeah. I mean, I saw the stream flick on a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
So we're going to have an idea of the latency because we're monitoring that.
Yeah.
So we can kind of see the double latency of people messaging too.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... Okay, it's about 9-second delay.
I think you got to 10 though.
Pretty much, yeah. So welcome everyone to another YouTube stream. I think today's going to be a fun one. It's a little bit different. It's still a PC build, but with a twist. It's not really a surprise because it is literally in the title.
Yep.
It's a surprise for me because have you actually looked at the motherboard? You have, haven't you?
Yeah, briefly.
Okay, I haven't looked at it. I think you gave me a quick glance and that's it. So whenever I do builds, I always like to kind of have that element of surprise. I don't want to look too much into the components and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good one. So welcome everyone to the stream. Starting to get a few more people coming in now. So yeah, hopefully if you can confirm the video should be good, the audio should be good, and hopefully you are all doing good. We kind of realised that it is actually a bank holiday today and we shouldn't actually be here, but we kind of already committed, didn't we? So
yeah,
and we didn't realise.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a bank holiday until like 7 minutes ago when I was messaged being like, "You're going live on a bank holiday." I'm like, "It's a bank holiday?"
Yeah, and I realised when I got into work, and I was like, "Oh, there's only one other person in the office building. There's like 17 offices here. We've got like 3 of them." But yeah, I was like, "Oh, there's only one person here." And then I tried making a phone call, no answer. Tried making another phone call, no answer. I was like, oh yeah, it's Good Friday. So hopefully you're all having a good Friday. So yeah, let us know if the video is good and the audio is good.
See what you did there.
You like what I did there, didn't you? So yeah, who we got in the chat? We have got KJ, Michael, Lakshman, hello from British Columbia, Canada. Cam Peterson, how we doing? Happy Catholic Easter for those who celebrate it. Yeah, I mean, it is a religious day, I guess, to a degree in that. We don't celebrate it, but obviously being Easter, you've got to have a chocolate egg. Have you got one? I think I've got one.
I don't really get chocolate eggs anymore.
Okay.
My mum decided years ago that chocolate eggs aren't worth it. So instead of a chocolate egg for the same price as a massive chocolate bar, here's a massive chocolate bar.
Okay, so you're still having chocolate. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
So today we are doing an all MSI build. Basically, as many components that MSI make, we are using. The only exception, I guess, is the processor. Obviously, the memory. That's it, right? Everything else is MSI.
Yeah, that's it.
Everything else is MSI.
I'm not even going to see the processor, so...
No, you're not going to see the processor. Yeah, the only thing that you're going to see that's not MSI is, yeah, the memory. So, this video, this live stream is actually sponsored by MSI. So, big shout out to MSI. Go and check out their website. Make great products, all the usual stuff. So, I think we should just get straight into it. It's going to have to be the motherboard first, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I have a bit of a concern with it myself.
You've got a concern with the motherboard.
So
we're off to a good start. Okay.
Yeah. And I'll explain for why on our top-down overhead camera.
Which is only at 1080p and we don't know why.
Yeah, we can't figure that out.
Yeah, we have problems with the top-down camera. For some reason, it's only doing 1080p. Hopefully, the quality is still good.
Let's pull the motherboard out. I'm sure you all saw the front of the box and you saw what it says, but for those who didn't quite see that.
So it is the B650M Project Zero motherboard. So Project Zero is basically 0 cables. We have tried to make this as cableless as possible.
Very carefully down there for now.
Tried to make it as cableless as possible, but obviously the graphics card has got a cable, so there is that. Let's do that so you can see us as well.
Okay, so what's my concern with this Project Zero motherboard?
It's heavy.
That's not it.
I mean, it is quite heavy though, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, for like the size of it, because it is micro ATX, so hence the B650M part of it. So it is micro ATX. But yeah, also, yeah, let us know in the chat who else has got MSI components. I see some people saying they do enjoy their MSI GPUs, and shout out to MSI. My MAG X570 Tomahawk Wi-Fi is awesome. One of my favourite lineups of boards, actually, the Tomahawk. You get that fantastic balance between features, performance, and price. Okay, so talk to me about the motherboard. What is the problem?
My concern is that I'm going to damage it.
Oh, okay.
Because everything's on the back.
Yep.
and I'm just worried about putting it down and pushing memory in.
I think you're going to be I mean, the bits that obviously protrude the most are the two 8-pins, EPS connectors, and the 24-pin. I mean, they're solid, so I don't think you're really going to have a problem. But yeah, what we have got on the back are two EPS 8-pins, 24-pin, Type C, which I'm so thankful for that one and that one. The Type C and the USB 3.1, 3.2, whatever,
Always
the big
the
connector.
ugliest.
The problem that I have with them is the way that you normally have to route it inside your case. You have to kind of go through like a grommet or a hole, and then you have to go further and then kind of bend it back on itself. And them two are like the worst connectors ever.
But you know what's weird is looking at it this way, it looks backwards. Because these should be over here. And these are all
Yeah, I know what you mean.
flipped. It's weird.
So talking about the other connectors, we have got two SATAs here, two SATAs here. That looks like front panel. We have a JFP2.
Probably RGB, right?
Yeah, so that's RGB. Then we've got USB Legacy like 2.0 there and there.
Something.
We've got a JDP1. I don't know what that is.
It's something. I've never used one.
We've got two fan connectors. We've got addressable RGB. JT1, that's going to be... It's not TPM. No idea. Another RGB connector, and then we've got our HD audio. So
Actually, you've got a few bent pins in a few places.
Oh, okay.
This board didn't... this isn't new for us. This came from some other media. I don't know who, and I don't think we should name it, even if we did know. But there are
Yeah, there's some damage up here as well.
Yeah, it's a little bit damaged, which is...
A shame.
Yeah, thank you to whoever had this before us. Let's...
Yeah.
Again, if I don't know it, if you know it, let's not say it. But,
I can say it. No, I don't actually know it. But, yeah, it's always annoying when that happens and stuff. But,
yeah.
So we can figure that out as we go along.
Luckily, that one doesn't look too bad on the fan connector here. And the other one is front audio, which I'm not going to bother with later anyway.
No. Yeah, it's just a little bit sort of bent out of shape. But, nothing that can't be fixed with a fingernail or something else. Looking at the other side, it is very, very clean. Maybe overly clean. Obviously, where they've got rid of the connectors, you are going to have solder points that are going to be coming through the other side of the board. So you can probably see it on the camera. You can see where the 24-pin is. I mean, that's going to hurt for starters, these little solder points here.
Yeah, I mean, it does when you grab a regular board as well, too.
I mean, that hurts as well. Like,
yeah, it's weird because it's like, it's somewhere between, it has the good and bad of both sides.
Yeah.
So it's...
But
what, like, oh, cool.
What they've done...
It hurts more.
Well, what they've done is obviously to get rid of, the unsightly solder points and things like that. They have put, quite a lot of shielding and stuff on there. So we've got that there. We've got this for the chipset. We have got this, which is going to be for M.2. And then we've got our conventional I/O shield, which everything on this is metal as well. So, it's cold to touch. It's going to be obviously, great for cooling, and that just blends into the VRM heatsink. So we've got these over our phases. They are not connected between this one and that one, so that's not doing any extra to help dissipate heat up here. They are two separate blocks. Sometimes they would have like a little flat heat pipe or something there. So yeah, it does seem like there's quite a few people with MSI devices, including Jacob, who has an MSI USB flash drive. So at least it's something, right?
Yeah, I think I might have one.
Yeah. So what do we all think of the board? I think it looks really, really nice. The branding, I think, even though it's like really in your face, I like it. It's simple.
I mean, it's going to go under a GPU anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, most GPUs these days are, 2 to 3 slots. So you're going to be talking, it's going to cover most of that. So you're going to see part of the word zero. Maybe.
From the angle you're going to look at it too, you're probably not going to really see any of this.
No, but you are going to see this bit, you're going to see that bit, and you're going to see that bit.
You're going to see the more subtle bits.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is the more kind of in-your-face bit. So
yeah.
I think normally we start with the CPU. Let's start with the M.2 instead. So if you want to grab the M.2, and then we can look at unscrewing this. Got my handy dandy eTeknix PC maintenance toolkit. Everything you need to build, repair and maintain your PC. So comes in this really cool sort of soft clamshell, but still very, very durable thing. It's a mess right now. Normally it would have everything all neat and tidy in that. We also have the multi-tool, which is great for cutting open boxes and stuff like that. So
we've also got some lovely branded
eTeknix cable ties, Velcro ones.
I had Velcroed on the inside so they didn't get lost.
Yeah. So let's get this open. and see what we're dealing with underneath.
Oh, you just changed the bit. I just constantly have. I don't know.
Okay.
My method in the office is I have one screwdriver with a bit for the
PH2.
smaller pieces and one for the bigger things. So instead of having to swap the bit on the screwdriver, I just grab the other screwdriver. It just, that little bit of time saving is quite nice.
And that one. I would have liked these maybe to have been captive, but I don't know how well that would actually work in, process and stuff.
Are those ones captive?
Okay.
Those ones are
Those
captive.
ones are captive, but these two aren't, so a little bit different, but yeah.
Companies do things weirdly.
They do. But so this is full metal. You have got 2 pads there as well to obviously help with heat dissipation. Again, you can tell that it has been used before because this one has a protective thing on. This one does not. So
that's the one that we're going to be using anyway because it's the top one.
Yep, exactly. So we've got 2 M.2 slots on here. Both of them take 2280 in size, so no problem there. What's the drive that we've got?
I don't know how to pronounce it, to be perfectly honest.
So that's a big point of contention. I would say Spatium.
I prefer Spatium because it's a little bit funnier.
I don't know where MSI were trying to go with it, but I'm going to guess it was Spatium. This is the M480. Spatium is basically their range of SSDs. This is the M480. We have actually looked at other ones like the PCIe Gen 5, which is I think it's a 7 something. So
I don't remember the name of it. Is that the one that had a fan? Or?
It is the one that had a little fan on it, yeah. But this is still Gen 4. We're getting speeds of up to 7,000 megabytes a second, which is more than enough for the average gamer.
Yeah, terabyte of space.
Yep.
So, comes with a heatsink. And again...
Someone has used it before.
So the drive has escaped a little bit. You can just see it in there. And I don't know if you can see there's some thermal paste on the inside of this. Somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know how... they managed to do that.
But yeah, you basically get the drive, you get the top heatsink, which we aren't going to use because obviously it is going to go underneath this this panel.
Feels really nice.
Yeah, I quite like the color actually. It's a little bit different.
Yeah,
feels solid. It's going to do the job.
Same
sort of branding.
Shame I don't think they have a board in the same sort of color scheme. They have silver, and I don't think they have a board in this kind of color.
I think the closest one that would go with that, it's still going to be off, but would be the
Ace?
Yeah, like with the goldy sort of. It's a
probably
darker gold, but yeah. And then it's got the bottom cover as well, which is
that's
in there
for attaching the.
So you basically sandwich the drive in between. But yeah, we're not going to use that. We are going to just use the drive. So let's take the screw off and get the drive.
Stick these back in here.
You can only go in one way because of the notch. So yeah, what does everyone else say? Jacob says spatium. I'm guessing spatium. Yeah, I definitely think it's spatium. But it's one of them sort of, words that I've seen it time and time again before with manufacturers where they try and do something. It's like, that doesn't sound quite right. Thermaltake did it years and years ago with power supplies. They had the Berlin, the London. Yeah, why? Who was thinking that was a good idea?
What if they picked a city that they didn't realise was really rough?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rio de Janeiro?
Right, so let's get this back in.
Yeah, look at that.
So, yeah, happy days. Right, you get them 2 screwed down, I'll get this screwed down. Out of sight, out of mind, but yeah. Shame they didn't include a toolless latch for the M.2. Yeah, would have been nice. I guess, I don't really know what reason they would have for not having the sort of toolless latch design, because they have done that on a lot of their motherboards recently.
No, do they do that on just their higher tier boards? Because this is a B series board. Maybe it's just a cost saving
Maybe.
thing.
Is this actually part of... No, it's not. So normally with MSI, you would have a MAG, a MEG, or an MPG.
Yeah,
this isn't part of anything. So it's just in its own...
category.
Its own realm. So, yeah. Quite interesting. Let's get on with the CPU, I guess.
All right.
What are we using for the CPU, Brandon?
Ow, I punched the case.
Oh, yeah, the case is probably the most interesting part, right? Because it goes in conjunction with the board.
Yes,
So
for our CPU, surprise, surprise, 7800X3D.
Yeah. So we're going, I guess it's middle to high end, right? 7800X3D is not a high end processor in the grand scheme of it because it is a Ryzen 7. So it is a mainstream part as opposed to like a Ryzen 9 7900X, 7950X or their X3D counterparts. 7800X3D is just an amazing processor, especially when you're talking about value for money and gaming performance. It is AMD's top tier gaming processor. So pairing that with a B650 board, you know, we're still on that mainstream level. And then the graphics card we're using is a 4070 Ti Super. So we are kind of very, mainstream, I guess, but bordering on high end.
Going for the top tier of sort of mid is kind of what we're going for here.
Yep.
And then just gently place that in there. Down it goes.
That pops off.
That's one of the things I was worried about. I had to put pressure down, and all these connectors are on the back. It's just a little bit scary for the first time doing this.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to the cooler, if you've seen any of our live streams before, I will say it again anyway. When it comes to the cooler, you want to try and do as much as you can on the motherboard while it's out of the box. It just, makes life a lot easier in terms of you haven't got to hold something at the back while you're sort of trying to fiddle in the case and you haven't got much room and stuff like that. So whether it be an air cooler, whether it be a AIO, anything like that, try and do as much as you can on the board. So what we're going to do is look at the cooler and see what kind of mounting bracket it is. Some, when it comes to AMD, they use the existing lugs and the existing retention plate, or they just use the existing retention back plate. So we might need to take them off, put something on, but we might be able to do that without actually, putting it in the case first. So what have we got, Brandon?
We have.
So this is the MSI MAG Core Liquid E360. So 360mm RGB fans, and it's got quite subtle, I'd say, RGB on the pump compared to what we've seen from other brands.
I've not seen it in person, so I don't know how it actually looks. But just from that, I quite like the look of it. It's got a, I don't know, like a car underglow kind of thing.
Yeah. It's quite subtle. So let's have a look, see what the kind of mounting aspect of it is all about, and I'll have a look at some chat. That's a good all-in-one kit for the M.2. I'm pretty sure it's a fairly affordable M.2 drive as well. John Pez Pro, hi guys. I hope after you will build the PC, you will switch in the BIOS resizable bar for the video card. So resizable bar is an interesting one. So I'm just going to put it on that camera. Resizable bar is an interesting one because a couple of years ago when the 30 series came out, rebar was introduced. AMD did their own version. It was the same thing, but it was called Smart Access Memory, but worked in the same way in conjunction for the CPU and the GPU talking to each other in a much quicker fashion. The problem is resizable bar doesn't actually make any difference in so many games. Obviously, there are games that can handle resizable bar and, will utilize resizable bar to get you more performance. Names of titles that come to mind are like the Assassin's Creed games and things like that. Other games, though, I've tested resizable bar on, resizable bar off. Not one iota of difference. So take from that, I guess, what you will. It really can sometimes just not make any difference whatsoever. We always put resizable bar on anyway. Like the other day, for the past week, I was testing Horizon Forbidden West. Video is on the channel. We tested 40 GPUs at 3 resolutions and 3 quality presets, plus upscaling. When it came to testing the 30 series cards, I put them in, went into GPU Z or went into cap frame. If it told me that resizable bar was disabled, I then flashed them with a newer BIOS to enable resizable bar. So that is one thing we always look for. Right, what we got?
I don't know.
Is there just screws everywhere?
Yeah.
So this has been used before, but has been used before by us. Not us. Yeah, but one of our writers. So pump looks quite nice. Yeah, you got the LEDs that's going to be around the edge and the little cutout for the MSI logo.
Yeah.
So
I immediately knew that
it turns.
I immediately knew this was used because there was a sticker with 149 in there.
Okay, I can honestly say this is more than 149, so there is that. So there's the link to the YouTube video. Thank you, Jacob. That's I'm guessing the Horizon Forbidden West video. Showed the new Horizon vid to my son, and he was like, "What? They are really nerds." Thank you.
Right, found what we're looking for.
Okay. So it does use the existing. Right.
Yes, and these need to screw into this
at
some point.
Yep.
I'll find the screws later.
That's fine. So we can actually just put this to one side now. So confirming with the cooler that basically it does use the existing lugs on the AMD retention brackets. Obviously, if it was Intel, then we'd have to screw stuff in. But for now, we can get this out of the way and do the memory.
Yeah, I think I just found the screws, which is, if I did, that seems like the screws, doesn't it?
Yeah, looks like it.
That means I can put them to one side. And
Cool. £1.49 cooler. Woohoo! Yeah, see, Catherine knows. So while we're just moving this out of the way, let me just tell you about, obviously, we're going to try and keep up with chat. If you do want your chat to be noticed to its fullest and us scream and shout about it, then you can always do a super chat. Obviously, that helps support the channel and the website and everything, and is very, very, very much appreciated. Also, I've just put on Discord because I completely forgot to tell people that we are live. We do have our own Discord server. It is the most amazing Discord server in the world. If you want to check it out, I'm hoping Jacob can actually put the link in to our Discord. It is non-toxic. We don't deal with any of that. It's just a friendly, nice place to be. It's like one big dysfunctional happy family, which is pretty much every happy family these days, right? I mean, are you a happy family if you're not dysfunctional? Or is it just my family? Gadget Joe, hello, how are we doing? Hello, hello. Also, shout out to Joe because on our Discord, every single month we reset, and we started doing that this month, we reset how many, basically how active people are. So you get an XP on the server for every chat and stuff that you do on the Discord server, you build up XP. At the end of the month, it gets reset, but at the end of the month, we look at the top 20 list, and someone within that will win a prize. Generally speaking, it will be a case, because I have over 100 cases, and I need to get rid of them. So this is a way for me to give back, and it's just someone gets to win a case. So happy days. So shout out to Joe, because next month I'm going to see I should have a Be Quiet case somewhere, and then Joe's going to help give us some other parts as well. So yeah. Definitely go check out the Discord server. Right, memory. What we got?
Kingston Fury RGB.
Okay.
DDR5, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course it is. Chipset only supports that. I mean, what is there to say about it? Really, it is
speed, capacity. So we're looking at, it's 5600 megahertz.
It's not quite what I meant, but you know what I mean.
5600 megahertz. So obviously you could go faster. To get the most out of a 7800 X3D, you want to be using 6000 megahertz. But MSI sent this along with the board and everything. They wanted us to use it. So here it is. We are going to use it. 32 gig to 16 gig modules.
Yeah, so. What I meant, I didn't mean it in a negative way. But I mean, it's Kingston Fury. I mean,
you know what you're getting.
It's
like, decent stuff. So yeah.
Nope,
should be good.
Brand new.
Brand new. No one's opened this one.
Ooh, so this is going to be clean.
Yeah.
Have you got any mud?
Yeah. Any mud? Well, just roll it around into mud so it looks used. Yeah? No, I don't happen to have any to hand.
Could you pop outside?
So what is that tool that you're using, Brandon?
Oh, it's an amazing eTeknix multi-tool. Perfect for opening your brand new packages.
You open things really weird. You do it like away from you, not towards you. Okay, we're going to have to put a poll out now. That's it. It's got to be done. If you had a cutter,
demonstrating safety live on stream, and you're criticizing me.
If you had a cutter like this, would you be like opening a box away from you, or are you going to like bring it towards you? You got more control if you're going like that.
But I was demonstrating safety live on stream.
Yeah, but if you've got more control, then the safety's already there.
Yeah, but if I was to slip, I could have cut my nice shirt or something.
Yeah. Towards you is more comfortable, away from you is safer. Yeah, no, I get that, but yeah.
I wasn't going to do the unsafe on stream.
Oh, there is some divisiveness here. I cut away from me, always away from yourself, towards you, bring it towards you. You should cut away. See, very divisive. You know the poem, right?
Poem
for memory.
Oh.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Your RAM goes in slots 4 and 2. See, I feel like we're an educational channel, not just entertainment or infotainment or whatever you want to call it, but education as well.
So edutainment.
That sounds awful.
That is a common word.
Is that a thing?
That's a thing, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Edutainment games for like kids were at least very big. Stuff like Putt Putt Saves the Zoo, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Or what's his name? There's a bear and there's
Yogi.
No, it's a different bear. And Pajama Sam. These are all made by the same company that I'm listing right now.
Okay.
That kind of thing is edutainment games.
Edutainment. I've never heard anyone sort of coin that phrase or anything. So yeah, but no, there's a few people saying they do it your way, a few saying that they do it my way. So.
I mean, I'll be clear. Normally, I cut towards myself, but I was on stream, so I wanted to be safe and not give a bad impression.
You're basically making it sound like if you wasn't on stream, you're just like running around like going crazy. It's like, screw the system, I'll do what I want. Safety out the window.
I mean, yeah.
Now you know what I have to put up with. Right, we are prepped. So this is the motherboard basically. We essentially have a fully fledged system here, ready to go. Cooler on, power supply, graphics card, done.
Yeah, I mean, if you really wanted, you could stick a GPU on, have the power supply next to it, and bam, you've got a computer. But
I mean, technically, you don't even need a GPU because we do have on the rear I/O HDMI and DisplayPort. There are two Type Cs. One of them is 10 gigabit per second. One of them is 20. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 USB Type A's, 2.5G Ethernet, and Wi-Fi 6E, as well as our audio. So, yeah, like pretty spec'd up, right?
Yeah.
There's also two little buttons.
It's got BIOS flash and a CMOS reset.
Yeah. Is that bent out of shape or is it just me? Like it's wider here than it is down there.
That might just be to do with the screw or something.
Maybe. Yeah, hopefully it fits.
That's
right, but
definitely bent out of shape.
Yeah, I mean, you know, let's get it on the overhead cam. And I think we need some like Fs in chat because, you know, it's bent out of shape. Sad times.
YouTube went weird just there. I don't know.
It did, yeah, I saw that. I feel like we need to get. Have we got any pliers just to?
I don't know if they're in here, but we do have pliers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Don't know. Right. I'll let you grab the next part, and I will go through some chat.
The next part happens to be the case.
Okay, so while you're doing that, I will also mention if you do want to help support us, you can over on Patreon. Just looking at the chat straight away, I can see a lot of people on there are patrons. You get access to behind-the-scenes content, exclusive behind-the-scenes content. You get access to bi-weekly game nights. The next one is tomorrow night. You get access to a lot of our testing data. We do a Patreon live stream every single month as well, where we swear and, you know, drink and stuff like that, but you know, you get to ask us questions and things like that. And there is a super special area over on our Discord, so definitely check that out. It is an amazing place to be, and it helps support us like you wouldn't believe, especially when it comes to me testing 40 GPUs in Horizon Forbidden West. It just, you know, helps. So there's that. The link is in the chat for that. So yeah, right, this is the case, which is called the, I've forgotten the name.
It's over there.
It's on the box that's behind that other box that we can't see. It's an MAG. I know that much.
We'll have a look.
Yeah. So this is the case. It's an MSI MAG Pano M100R PZ Project Zero. So you can sort of see where this is all going in terms of it tying in. It is a mid-tower. It's quite a funky design, actually, didn't you think?
Yeah, I wouldn't put something on top of it because it's at an angle.
Yeah, so if I move this around to that way, you can actually see that this is angled, which I kind of get. It's edgy and all that. I've already taken the thing off over
Okay,
that.
I was wondering if that was... There's like a little...
Plaque
thing. I was wondering if it was one of those stickers that it comes with and someone's put it on.
No, it's like a metal thing, and yeah, it had a plastic label thing over it, and I took that off. But yeah, front of the case, we've got glass here. It meets at this kind of offset A-pillar where it's got, you know, an angled front to it. 3 RGB fans on this side intake and one in the rear, 120s. Type C, Type A, microphone, headphone, LED, and power button. And there is plenty of ventilation and stuff inside as well. So
back panel is also got 2 different ventilation spots on there. The entire thing.
Yep. That glass is heavy. Like that is.
Hang on.
Is that thicker than normal? Because it.
My hands are full.
Glass panels aren't normally that heavy.
I mean, it's heavier than a lot of the ones we have.
Yeah.
I think my PC at home, the glass panel is ridiculous heavy. It's just like way too heavy. Too heavy for its own good. It started going faulty.
Oh, okay. So let's take this. I think this top panel comes off. I just don't know how.
Maybe slides?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it slides and then comes up. There is.
Front panel looks like it comes off too.
There's a nylon mesh on here. Can't be taken off. It is actually stuck down, but being nylon mesh, it should just be a matter of like hoovering it and then you're done. But that also gives you access to the top where there is room for what looks like a 360mm AIO, which is convenient because we're using a 360mm AIO. Front come off?
It does indeed. And that A-pillar you mentioned is just part of the front.
Okay, there might be a screw underneath.
That's probably likely.
Oh yeah, the screws, even though I did take them out, they are captive on the top panel as well.
Actually, I'm not sure if there is. I'm not sure if there is a screw.
Let's have a look.
Oh, it just looks like it popped off.
Oh, okay.
I was just being a bit cautious.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
There we go.
So, yeah, this is definitely becoming a bit of a trend now with us. Cases with no A-pillar. But there is, like, no flex on that at all. Like, the tiniest amount, but that's putting a lot of pressure on. We have seen other ones recently where you sort of press that and it's like, it pushes down.
I mean, this isn't a particularly light case, so...
No.
What is it? Is it steel?
Yeah, it's steel. So, SECC, yeah. I mean, it's light now because the glass panels are off. So, we have a bag with nothing in it. Again, this has been used by someone, so...
why
so
is there a bag with nothing in it? Also, the accessory package we have is just a bag with some loose stuff in it. So
yeah, but again, it might have, been... I'm sure it came all, like, nicely together and all of that. So.
Anything we show that's like... Oh, look, this isn't packaged well. Don't hold it against MSI. Hold it against whoever we got this from.
Yep.
I don't know why this is in it.
Spirit level.
But, like, where are you...
I'm not sure on the purpose, but yeah, there is a...
It rolls away.
There is
why
a spirit
do you
level.
need it? Does it clip into somewhere or something?
It's to make sure everything's level, That's what a spirit level's for.
But why would you need to? I don't get it.
I have no idea. Looking at some chat.
I mean, there's that GPU that has it too.
Yeah.
Spirit levels, but there's something in it.
It's called a bubble.
No, there's like little orange things.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
Looking at the chat, I do like the look of that. Could be bigger though. Would make a nice fish tank build. Yeah, I mean that is the style now, isn't it? It's called a fish tank style, I guess. I like the design of that. Is the little panel down the middle fixed? Yes, it's the. Where's the front panel? Joe was asking about the little panel down the middle.
Yeah,
is
that
it
is
fixed?
it's part of the front. It's
Yep.
kind of attached somehow. I don't know how. MSI does, but I don't.
Yep. So yeah, it's just okay. Yeah, so it is two parts. It kind of meets in the middle here. So yeah, it's just basically bonded using a panel. There's like a panel on there, and then bonded to it. So yeah, but no, quite a nice case actually. Looking at this side, obviously you can see the rear of the three fans. Because all four of the fans, the one in the rear and these three, are ARGB, there is, more cables than kind of, you'd expect from a case. We've got all of our front panel stuff as well. Let me just untangle this a bit.
This isn't everything it comes with, is it?
Should be.
I mean, cases normally come with fan screws, right?
Normally, but we've got... I mean, we don't need any fan screws because there's already some in here, and
we can't really say, oh, look what it comes with, because I don't know if I have everything it comes with.
No. So yeah, we've got the LED stuff. We've got, little things that they've done with this case because they know the connector. They've actually given you a right-angled
nice.
for the USB 3. We've got our Type C. We've got our HD audio. So yeah. And then it has actually got this little hub on here as well to put all the fans into. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the LED, and then 4 PWMs, or 3 pins. And then that breaks out, and obviously you can control the LEDs using the button on the front panel, or you could connect it to the motherboard to give you control over that. So yeah, pretty nice overall. Oh, you can actually fit a fan on here. So I've just noticed, I might put the overhead cam on for this just so we can see.
Give it a bit of a tilt.
Down here, you can actually put a fan. There's the word fan, and there's the 4 holes. Or, I'm guessing you could probably get an SSD or something in there. But yeah, there's plenty of ventilation holes there. Plenty on here as well. This is nice. I like this. I like this a lot. The fact that when your graphics card's in there, you just up, in, done. So, even though there is going to be a cable because of the graphics card, it's
none
going
of what
to
you
look...
were showing actually was...
Yeah, I was showing this bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so once you've got your graphics card in here, it's just going to be a cable that comes up and in. So it's still going to look very, very, very clean. There are some cable grommets, one here and one here as well. But everything else, and obviously this is the main point, if we go to that one, are all the cutouts. So everything is spaced perfectly for your 24 pin, your 8 pins, all your front panel stuff down here. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird and interesting design because you could initially believe that was just a normal cutout until you realise that it lines up with the standoff.
Yeah. Someone's asked about the front panel header. Is it a front panel header?
Or is it a few front panel headers?
It's that one.
What's that?
That is a weird connector. But it looks like the front panel, it's not actually listed as F panel, but it looks like one.
It looks like one, yeah.
Is just one block, so it's not the individual horrible ones that that most people do. It's actually got a proper front panel header that's just one block. Makes just life easy. And I think that's the whole point of this, right? They're trying to make it easy for people who want to build their own computer.
Yeah, it also has something, I don't know what it is.
It's for some kind of connector extension. I'm not too sure, but we'll figure it out.
That's really weird.
We'll figure it out. It might be specific to this motherboard, so yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
So we'll figure it out. Right, let's get the motherboard installed.
Yeah, all right.
So let's put this down.
These cables kind of so they're not getting smushed.
Overhead. We need to check actually. All the standoffs are there. Yep. And the middle one. This is something I look for in every single case. It is slightly raised, so your motherboard will sit on it. So you don't technically have to lay the case down to install stuff.
But to make it so all of you can see, we're doing that anyway.
Yeah.
It's that type of raised one where you can still screw it in too. Right.
Which is nice.
And there we go.
Do you want to check the I/O? Make sure that's in properly, because obviously there is that slight dink on it.
Yeah, that's.
I'm just going to look at the chat. I'd say that was a bit more flex than the last one, but still more sturdy. It's actually less flex. Like I was putting more weight on it this time, definitely. It has to be thick as this case. It's a support side. That's a nice case. It is, definitely. Definitely go and check it out. I'm not actually sure on the price on it. Like I say, I go into these live streams normally with not much to go on, because I want to, I want it to come across, because it's my first experience. It's your first experience. So if someone can let me know how much it is, that'd be great.
Okay, so some of there's more than one standoff has got the it locks into place thing. This one up here does.
Oh, okay.
But that bend on the thing might be causing some issues right now.
Okay, I see. Yeah. So where someone's bent this out of shape, it is causing some slight issues. I think we're just going to have to do that and sort of screw it
it's
and
like
pull it.
Almost there. It's really annoying. You know what, this is a good PSA. While you can get some good deals on used hardware, make sure you're careful, because this kind of thing could happen.
Yeah. Right, you carry on with that. I'm going to look at some more chat.
Oh, we got it.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Happy days. So,
Sweet.
MSI always package their stuff well, in my experience. They do. Yeah, this is literally where someone's had this motherboard before and just haven't looked after it. So, probably those. When it comes to modularity, I know they're doing their bit, but do you think magnetic connectors could be used for case connectors, power panel connectors? Not sure how they'd manage power delivery. I mean, Apple do it.
Like
Apple do it with the MagSafe stuff.
I was going to say MagSafe stuff.
Yeah. So they have it's essentially like a Type C almost, and but it magnetizes into place.
I'd be a little concerned about it on a PC though, because the thing with MagSafe is it's just a charger. It's not. You're not charging a PC. You are powering it directly. So I'd be a little concerned about that. Yeah,
maybe. Squall actually brought up a good point. Good place for a reservoir mount. So down here.
Yeah. Also, that bottom panel.
It's like a plate that comes out, isn't it?
Yeah, it does come off. There's a screw
underneath. Yeah.
There's a little hole, a little access hole.
So yeah, there's plenty of ventilation on this. I mean, you can see if I go back to this view, you can see how much sort of ventilation there is there. There is a dust filter on there as well, which comes off, which has got nylon mesh on there.
You actually can see straight through it to my hand.
There you go. Yeah. So no, plenty of ventilation going on. I've just now got to figure out how to get this. Okay, it's magnetic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was easy.
All dust filters should
be magnetic, definitely. So let's get it back on there so people can see what you're doing and push it that way. There we go. So the case is $89.99.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
I'd like to think they can make these cheaper because they've cut out more holes, so there's less material.
Yeah.
But I've never understood that with clothes. You know, when you can buy jeans and then you can get the ones with holes and rips in them, yet they're more expensive. Just buy a pair of jeans and rip them yourself.
They have special ripping tools. You know that?
So do I. It's called a knife.
No,
or an eTeknix handy dandy,
It's the closest thing is actually a cheese grater. Yeah. It's like a razor cheese grater.
Yeah. So that's a nice looking motherboard. It is a very, very nice looking motherboard. Joined late. What case is that? The links are working to Amazon. So the case is the MSI MAG. What was it called? The M100RPZ.
The Pano.
Pano, yeah. So Pano obviously dictates the glass bit where it kind of wraps around at the front. But yeah, it's the M100RPZ. So basically, it's a cableless case in terms of the motherboard. It's part of their Project Zero range, hence PZ. And all the cables actually go into the rear of the motherboard.
Which I suppose we might have to show that for this one then. We might have to show the cabling.
Mm.
Oh, I always deliberately do it quickly. Oh.
Yeah, you're going to have to do like an okay job. So, motherboard in?
Dang it. Motherboard is in.
Yeah, I thought you said that one screws in.
It does, but I don't have a screw for that.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So, motherboard's in. Happy days. What's next? Should we do... Obviously, the cooler's going to go in the top, so I vote that we do the cables now.
Yes.
Yeah, because that way we can... hold up. Here's
Wait,
me. Here's
on,
me.
yeah.
Yeah. So, normally, when you've got a case like this and you're going to put an AIO in the top, you're really going to struggle to get your EPS 8 pins in. So, normally, we would put them in first, route them through. But with this case... you do not have to worry because the connectors are here. So we could put the rad in, no problem at all. Power comes after, power comes before, who cares? Go nuts.
I'm starting to get it.
24 pin here. Yeah, we've got our Type C. Not the best placement for this, I will admit.
Yeah.
But
is the Type C a right angle too?
So that's the Type C. No, it's not.
Oh.
So that's the Type C. And then you've got, yeah, your USB down here, SATA down there. So, yeah. But no, still good. So right, I'll let you cable stuff.
I mean, we should probably. Even this is a little bit bent. We should probably introduce the power supply.
Yes. So power supply wise, let's move this out of the way so we can bring it in.
We're on overhead.
Yep.
Cool.
So power supply.
Ah, my finger.
MSI again. This is the MAG A850 GL PCIe 5. So. It is ATX 3.0 compatible, PCI Express 5.0 ready, so it has obviously got the 12VH PWR. It's 80 plus gold, and again, very, very affordable. You're going to start seeing a theme throughout this whole thing that things are actually very, very affordable. Also, Jacob has put links to the case. It does come in white as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, do you want to see the white one? I'll show you the white one.
I feel like the white one would have gone better with our board, to be honest.
Yeah, but they didn't have it. So so that's the black one. Where's the thing? Oh, it's further down. You have to like... Right, okay.
There we go.
So, sorry guys, we're just looking at the white one to see what it looks like, because this is my first time really seeing the black one. But oh,
that would have looked nice.
The white is nice.
And all of you can follow the link in chat, so have a look for yourself.
Yeah. So it is on pre-order at Scan at the moment, due 31st of March.
Oh, is it not out?
No, doesn't look like it. Or they might have had like a few, and then I mean it's only 2 days time, so
yeah.
So perfect timing for us to obviously do this build. Right, power supply. Let's have a little look.
Sesame.
Right, you get the power supply out. I'll get the relevant cables. So, power cable. All the cables are flat apart from the 12VH PWR because it can't be. But do you know about the yellow?
No.
Okay, so MSI, they did this. It was all on them. You know when everyone was talking about the cables melting and the graphics cards blowing up and all that stuff because of the 12VH PWR connector?
Yeah.
And then it turned out it's because people weren't pushing them in properly.
Yes.
So MSI put yellow on there.
Is it so if you see yellow, it's not in?
Exactly that.
All right, I get it.
Like, such a simple thing.
Yeah,
so,
that reminds me of something else, and I can't think of what.
But yeah, plug that in. As soon as you don't see yellow, you know you're good.
Yeah, I mean, I normally listen for a click, but apparently some people can't do that.
I mean, this is just a visual aid as well as a hearing aid. So, see what I did there? A hearing aid. I'll stop. Right, 24 pin. What else are we going to
Actually,
need?
you know what? I do get it because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works.
Can't see any yellow on that.
Nope. So that
Brilliant.
means it is properly, fully connected.
That's got a peel on it.
Yeah, I just noticed that. What else are we going to need? So we've got that. We've got 24 pin. We're going to need some EPS.
2 8-pin ones.
Which are here.
We're going to need a
That's an 8-pin. That is an 8-pin. What do we need? SATA.
Yeah.
What for?
Hub.
Oh, okay. So that's got 1, 2, 3, 4 SATAs on it. Let's see if we can find one that's got less.
I don't know if we need a SATA for the
1, 2, 3, 4.
cooler recall. So
No. Well, there's one with 4 on it. So
okay.
So that should be everything that we need. Do we need a
higher?
power cable, or have we got one for later? I think we got one, right?
Yeah, I found a little small one.
Cool. Where's the box?
Put it down here.
Check over here, and I'll put this away. Thank you. Thank you.
There's a big block of foam at the bottom of the case in here, so you can rest your power supply in.
Was there no manual with this power supply? I love getting parts from other people. It's my most fun thing to do ever. So yeah. Right.
We look after the stuff we get sent. Why is no one else
I
doing
love how you said that after I'm like,
empty box.
yeah.
The product is safe and secure.
Yep.
Hanging upside down. Never really think about it that way, do you?
No.
When you've
no.
got a case like this, you're just hanging it upside down. Anyway.
Right. Let's get the power supply.
Yeah,
We'll get the cables in first, but yeah. So $109 US. That's not bad. Is it available? Is it in stock? We can actually give you an Amazon affiliate link, so you know that does help support us as well if you use our affiliate links. But yeah, $109 isn't bad at all. But yeah, the white one is very, very pretty. I kind of wish we had the white one. Just personal preference, but yeah.
I'm more into black PCs because I like the fact that they blend in a bit better.
Yeah.
You can go with a stealth look that kind of lights up and shows itself. But with a white, I find it's for me. I'm not criticizing anyone who prefers it, but for me, I find the white ones are a little bit.
No, I've got a white case at the moment, so yeah. So is it still? Yeah, there's a couple of brands doing these, but they're all slightly different. I think MSI were the first ones to do it, but either way, this is a sponsored MSI live stream, so we're only going to talk about MSI anyway. What have we got? How many NVMe ports on the motherboard? There is 2 in total. It is a micro ATX motherboard, so there is 2 NVMe slots.
You know what though? This feels excessive now.
Yeah, does it need to be that long? It wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me if they start bringing out like Project Zero power supplies.
Yeah.
With cables that are just long enough to get to the places that they need to get to.
With right angle tops.
Yeah.
Because like that, look at all that. We don't need this.
Nope.
So that's gonna end up.
It wouldn't surprise me, yeah, if we do see something that's
Yeah.
you know, specifically made for this Project Zero stuff. So MSI, if you're watching this, probably not because it's bank holiday, but definitely, you know, there's an idea, and maybe when we go to Computex, we will speak to the project managers and sort of, you know, give them the idea. Talking of Computex, we have a new camera, don't we?
Yeah, it's not in here.
No. Actually, I want to know. So there was a guy who used to work for us called Deck. Is he watching the live stream right now? Because if he is, I think this would be the perfect opportunity to show him the new camera gear for Computex.
I asked him to, and I even hinted at. I was like, oh, we might talk about the Computex plan. I was like, oh, you might find it interesting. I hinted at it, but I don't know if he's watching right now. He said he said he'll try to get on after he gets home.
Okay.
I don't know when or where that is. So, Deck, if you're in chat, give us a shout. As soon as we see you pop up in chat, we'll show you our new Computex.
Yeah, I think we need to show the other people anyway, so. Yeah, drops box across the room. I know, I'm terrible, but, you know, it's just a box. I have dropped worse things. I haven't got, like, full Linus and, like, dropped really expensive laptops and phones and stuff, but...
Yeah, the closest since I've been here is a GPU fell off a table.
Oh, yeah. I had a motherboard fall off the table once. Literally, the whole like corner cracked, and yeah, it didn't work anymore. F in chat.
The GPU did crack, but it still worked.
Yeah. I don't know. Says delivery April 15th and might be on hold. I think it's like, yeah, we're at that point where it's so new. There was probably some, and then they've obviously, gone. But
what screws am I using?
Power supply screws.
Okay, well that's an interesting question, or interesting answer, I suppose, because. If we look at what we've got in here, the sealed bag, you can see what looks to be 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yep.
So why have I got 3 more? But these ones were loose.
Reasons.
Not in this bag. I put them in this bag.
Reasons.
I'm so confused.
And this is why it's always a pain when we get parts that have been elsewhere first. Even if they're within my own company. I'm looking at you, Pete.
Here's looking at you, Pete.
Here's looking at you, kid. Oh dear, oh dear. So, what else have we got? Haven't seen him in here. Good evening, everyone from Greece. Ah, hello, hello.
What part of Greece are you from, out of curiosity?
You've been to Greece a few times, right?
Yeah, I've been pretty much all over Greece, really.
So yeah, let us know where in Greece you are. Well, like you don't have to, it's the internet. So, oh yeah, I'm from this place on this street. Oh yeah, I know it really well. What number? Yeah, but no, first time on the channel. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you enjoy it here. So yeah, we're just doing a build, Project Zero. Cables all go into the back of the motherboard. Pretty cool, unique stuff. Side panel power supply. Once the MOBO is in place, all you do is push the side panel in. That has been done before. Wouldn't surprise me if MSI do, something similar in the future. MSI are really doing some cool stuff lately, like innovating and things like that. And this is just, part of it. So we use quite a lot of MSI stuff. MSI monitors, motherboards, graphics cards. So,
Oh yeah, the monitor we have in the other room is lovely.
Yeah, was it a 32-inch?
32-inch,
4K,
144 hertz, 1 millisecond response time,
HDR
10 plus, or is it 10?
I think
plus.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, it's like the ultimate gaming monitor, basically.
Yeah, you need a 4090 to take full advantage of it.
Yeah, definitely. Of which MSI make 4090, so
Yeah.
That leads on to that. Right, so power supply's in. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Yeah, I do like this magnetic dust filter though.
Oh, I didn't actually have a look at it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
So,
Cool.
happy days. What else have we got? I love my cables. Power should always be separated from SMT components and the PCB with wire. I mean, the only issue I had when this was all first announced was you're not going to be able to have custom cables. But it actually turns out most people don't have custom cables anyway. So
Yeah, apparently it's a bit of a dying art
is.
form.
Yeah. I think, certain people have got them and they're happy with that and then that's it. But the adoption rate isn't, what it once was a couple of years ago. I had friends who actually did it for a living and stuff, so I think they still do, but nowhere near in the same capacity.
Uh-oh, I accidentally popped the rubber grommet out.
So, what else we got? Can't understand why people would want this power solution. Like I say, everyone's different, and some people just want a functional, clean-looking system, so that is kind of the whole reason behind this. I find you these days because I try to find reviews for PC parts because I make a new PC build. I have an old PC build socket AM3 Plus and I want to make a new PC build with socket 1700, so i5 12600K. Live in Athens. So,
Oh, nice. I've been there.
yeah. So vexed it as put custom cables equals just another point of failure. He had issues recently with some custom cables.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as soon as he removed the custom cables, everything worked fine.
Interesting.
So again, it's not like the custom cables are at fault, but yeah, it's another point of failure.
Yeah. I feel like I'm going to have to do a bit of bending and maneuvering here just to make sure
Yeah,
there's...
you've got loads of room.
Do I? Yeah.
I'm just paranoid about it,
I'm tired. So we need to talk about the whole Asia thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I woke up at 4:30 in the morning yesterday and picked up Brandon, and then we ended up going into London to go to the Chinese visa office.
It's the Chinese Visa Application Center.
Yeah, so we went there. The Chinese Visa Application Center.
I think that's it.
So the CVAC. I was trying to think what the acronym was. Yeah. So either way, we went there. We got there at like 25 minutes past 7 in the morning. And had to give them loads of paperwork, an application form, had to surrender our passports for a week.
Yeah.
And all of that. Because, we're going to China in May. And then we're obviously off to Taiwan, where we will be seeing lots of brands, including MSI. So we've actually bought some new camera equipment for it as well.
That's not going to work.
That is not going to work.
No USB-C.
No. Okay, we have found a slight flaw. USB Type-C will not work because there is no right-angled connector.
Yeah.
If there was, happy days, but there isn't.
I mean,
Unless I'm going to have a look in the motherboard box. You never know. You never know. I do know, and it is a no. So
Unless we were meant to get an adapter with the case, and whoever
had the case, yeah,
decided to keep it.
maybe.
So again, we actually have no idea on that one.
Yeah, it doesn't sort of say what's meant to come
Because
included.
MSI made this board and they made this case, you would think they would know that that's not gonna fit.
Yeah, it's just going to stick up and be out of the way.
So my assumption would be that they do have a solution for that, but we don't have that solution.
Yeah. So
I mean,
that,
this is
however,
right-angled.
is
Yeah,
perfect.
this is right angled. So why that one wouldn't be? As I say, I imagine it's meant to be. We're meant to have something, I'm sure, but we don't, because I hope whoever had it first just happens to be watching this and they're like, uh-oh, that was me, and they feel bad.
The worst one I had a monitor once. It was I basically took it out of the box and there was dog hair everywhere. I was like, this is ridiculous. So I had to speak to the brand and they had to speak to the media and I was like, sort it out. I don't know what they meant by like sort it out, but yeah, it wasn't good.
I mean, what I would mean by sort it out in that case is don't get dog hair everywhere.
Yeah, but sort of how do you go about doing that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, just hoover.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a dog, I used to have a dog. I know when you have a dog. Wait, what's this?
That would be the one for the LED switching. Yes.
Okay. Why is that not plugged in?
I think I removed it because it was all tangled earlier.
Oh,
So,
right, I see.
Yeah, so it just needs putting in. What do you think for an i5 12600K, 32 gig DDR5 6000? For motherboard, I'm between MSI and Asus. For GPU, I'm between a 6000 series and 7000 series. CPU cooler, the Deepcool AK620 in white. PSU Seasonic 850.
You're going to save some money with MSI.
Yeah, MSI is going to be more affordable. You're not paying the Asus tax. MSI, arguably, I've had less problems with MSI stuff than I have with Asus stuff. So I would definitely sort of look down that route.
We're also sponsored by MSI tonight, so
we're going to recommend MSI regardless. Is that how it works? No, I'm a big fan of MSI. That's why we do work with them, because their stuff is solid. So
yeah, pretty much.
I would go, if you're going Intel, I would try and go slightly faster memory. DDR5 6000 megahertz is like the sweet spot for AMD because of their memory clock. But with Intel, just go as fast as you can without sacrificing too much on timings and stuff like that. Power supply, I mean, Seasonic 850, you're going to pay more for it. Again, you could get something like this, the A850 GL PCIe 5. This is going to be absolutely fine. I would go for a 7000 series over a 6000 series, or a 40 series if you can afford to get anything that's not a 4060 or 4060 Ti, because they're trash. 8 gig of memory just isn't enough. So you want 12, 16 gig of memory, of VRAM on your graphics card.
Is there an argument for those cards at their lower price point for streamers though? A dedicated streaming PC?
Maybe, yeah, to a degree. Yeah, I mean, Nvidia's got obviously the NVENC encoder, which is better than... Oh, they've got AV1, but so is AMD now. So, yeah, swings and roundabouts. So, yeah, you could save money on the power supply. 12600K, depending on what you're using it for, you might actually be better off getting something like a 12400F, or you might be able to go up a little bit more and go to like a 13 or a 14400F. Shouldn't be too much money between it. But if you want more help, then definitely head on over to our Discord. The link will be in the chat, I'm sure, any second now from one of my mods. And yeah, we'll be able to help you out a little bit more. Do you guys remember when PSUs with modular cables had lower quality ratings? The more the power changes, mediums, the worse it gets. So why have an additional thing that can make it worse than today? Do you know the worst power supplies were the ones that had capacitors built into the cables? Do you remember them?
I remember seeing them. I don't think I've ever.
Yeah. So you'd have a cable like this, and it would just like come up, and then there'd just be like this tape wrapped around it, and it looked like a little bean, basically. It was just a capacitor in there. Yeah, it was awful. Absolutely awful. So I'm glad we don't get them anymore. So flat cables all the way. I mean, these are perfect. Obviously, the 12V HPWR isn't flat, but it kind of needs to be, thicker because of the amount of power that goes through it, which obviously results in heat. Why do we have a lot of these?
I think they're all daisy chain fans.
Okay.
So they're just the unused daisy chain parts.
Right, gotcha. Okay, so that's cool. All the fans that come included are daisy chainable. So, yeah, nice and easy.
There you go. Hide that in there.
Yeah. He's actually doing a good job of this cable management. I love these streams because I just sit here and do the talking. I can get used to this.
I mean, it's not the prettiest, but everyone does this. You all do it.
Yep.
What else are you going to do with the excess? So none of you can complain. All right, so it's just the cooler. I was leaving that for.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
just
let's
in
do the
case
cooler.
I want to use it. Yeah.
Let's do the cooler.
And then
So we've got our 12 VH PWR, which is obscenely long here. We only needed a little bit of room, but
I just stuck it all the way through so we can stick it back through.
But can we just get a show of appreciation for the cable management on this side? I mean,
I've done an amazing job over here.
This has made Brandon look amazing at PC building.
I am amazing at PC building.
I think that looks really, really nice. It is so clean looking. Yeah, I can't actually wait to get the graphics card in and just see how everything is. Yeah. But let's do the cooler first anyway. Yeah. You look lost.
They put the wrong screws on the PCIe covers. Whoever had this case before used the wrong screws. These two are different to these three. And these ones don't go in all the way.
Right, I'm going to have serious words. That I'm not having parts unless they're like brand new. Yeah. Either way, let's muddle on through. It's not MSI's fault. It's whoever had it before us, and yeah, can't reassemble something. So.
Yeah, I feel bad about these issues because it makes MSI look bad, but it's not their fault in the slightest.
No. So that's fine. Right, let's do the cooler.
Yeah, let's grab it. Oh,
So-
£1.49 stickers down here. I wondered where that went.
Right, you get that out. I'll see what's going on in the chat. A friend of mine had two Asus motherboards break. They've since switched to MSI. There you go. I have a Corsair Obsidian 750D case. Yeah, some good amounts of storage. Cool.
Whoever had this didn't put the fans away very well either.
That'd be Pete.
Yep.
So that's actually our writer who's done that one. So. I need flat cables. The thick ones on my PSU are a nightmare, but I've no reason to swap it out.
Ooh.
Yeah, the reason to swap it out, buy an MSI A850 GL PCI E5, and then you're good to go. So, all right.
Yeah, I'm just confused.
Oh, okay. Nothing new. Okay, so we get two different types of connector. That's a noise reducer.
But is it meant to come with two?
It says it's a noise reducer, so all it means is... Yeah, it'll just be running at a slightly different power rating.
What one do you want to use?
Let's go whatever. It doesn't matter.
Well, I was doing it to get some stuff out, so have...
It's not going to be stupidly noisy or anything.
No, they're exactly the same.
No, it'll be the power inside. There'll be stuff in here. So, but either way, just, go with whatever. So, good afternoon, eTeknix in chat. Hello, how are we doing? He needs to up his repackaging game. He does. So, yeah. I thought it was like a almost matte, but
It's like...
got like a texture
It's
to
powder
the
coated.
red. Yeah, powder coated. That's the word I'm looking for. So yeah, right, 360mm AO. This is the E360. I've never actually used the E360. I've used the S and the K.
Can't imagine it being that different.
No.
I
I think this one is ever so slightly quieter, whereas the other ones are maybe a little bit more performance, so therefore they're a little bit noisier. So, should we move this box so people can see what's going on as well?
All we need is the screws out of this.
Cool.
So I'll start counting.
So, okay, let's look at the case and what's inside. Obviously, we're going to put the rad at the top. So, do we have the hoses come down from the front over, or do we try and get it from the back over?
You take this and then you can give a visual.
Yep. So, we are talking... So, if it was this way, it would look... I think we're going to struggle that way. It would look a little something like that, maybe.
I always seem to think that front, having that bit extra be taken away from what you have to do always helps a bit.
Yeah, and then the front. The front would be more like this. So yeah, let's get some voting going, front or back. See what people want to go with, and we will, as always, go with the majority.
Despite this being not packaged well, at least it seems everything's here.
So Proto says back, everyone else says front. I'm pretty sure that was the case last time as well when we did a live stream.
Well, the RGB connectors aren't protected.
So I think it'll be better at the front. Yeah, everyone's saying front. One person has said back. I think it's pretty unanimous now. So yeah, we're going to put it so the hoses come down at the front, I think.
I thought you were going to say, yeah, we're going to put them so they come down at the back.
No. No, to be fair, I thought the front. It was just a bit too tight at the back. The tubes might actually go into like the rear fan. It just, didn't quite work. So.
It's pretty much always the case.
So I think Catherine wants it to be at the front. She's put front. Think it will be better at the front. Defo front. So thanks for the clarification we got there. So yeah, all good. So yeah, we're gonna go with the front. It does make the most sense. Right, let's get the fans on first.
Yeah, I just need to.
I'm actually going to move the case just out of the way for now.
Pack
We
away.
don't need it right this second.
Oh, it's got a adapter if you want to just run it full power or whatever.
Nice. So if it's front, it'll be that way. So we want cables to come out that way.
Do you want to use the thermal paste it comes with?
Yeah, why not? So yeah, you always want to sort of double check what orientation you're going to have things. And for this, just so your cables are obviously coming out, a certain way. I'm actually waiting now because of this whole Project Zero stuff. I think now we need MSI to make fans that stick together, and then there's just a little thing that comes out there, single cable, done.
Yeah.
Because we are still going to have cables, which is a shame, but it is what it is.
I mean, fans have have already shown to be the easiest thing to make cableless.
Yep.
It's still got cable. You can't have it wireless, really, but
I bet you could. I don't know how.
I don't know why you'd want to, though.
It would cost a lot of money.
I don't want to have to charge my PC fans.
No. So, out of interest, we've got quite a few Patreons in the chat. Who's coming to game night tomorrow night? If anyone who's not a patron doesn't know about it, we do a game night every other Saturday. And I'm going to just turn this on so you guys can see. Yeah, we do a game night every other Saturday. Starts at 7 p.m. UK time. And we essentially play mainly funny games. So recently, GeoGuessr. So you have to basically guess the country or the distance and stuff like that. Among Us, Cards Against Humanity, Jackbox.tv. So yeah, plenty of some fun games, and yeah, it's the highlight of the weekend basically. There you go. Let's scroll. Game nights for the win. So yeah, you can obviously you can join by going to patreon.com/eTeknix, and then on our Discord server, all of the information will be on there. That's not going in straight. There we go. No, I'll let you do the last one. There we go. What else we got? On my new build, I did buy a spare kit of DDR5 RAM. A Kingston set, the one I'm using at the moment, is Corsair. Yeah, Kingston makes some really good RAM. I've never had a problem with compatibility issues with Kingston. It just works. So they've definitely got that going for them. There you go. There's the link to Patreon if anyone does want to help support us. And like I say, it gets you access to a load of other cool goodies as well. All good?
I've put them all in, but I haven't screwed them all in yet.
No, okay.
There we go.
Cool. Right, let's get it in the case. It's actually not that heavy. Like without the glass, it's
This
pretty
allows
easy going.
a bit of weight to it, though.
It will indeed. Right, so we're going hoses at the front, but we also want to get the cables in as well.
Yeah. So
So let's start with that rear one.
bit of tangling going on.
Right, that one's in. Then that one.
Middle. It's the middle one. So.
Yeah. That one is in, and pull that one.
And then one last cable from here. Pull that through.
Yep. Got it.
Yep.
Cool.
Up it goes. Ah, my arm. Never comfortable doing this.
You get used to it. Right, so that's all them in. The screwdriver.
It's by me here. I'm just kind of hand screwing this a little bit.
Yep. Oh yeah, the screwdriver as well is very, very magnetic. So yeah, if you want to pick one up, store.eTeknix.com.
That is so much better. Okay.
There you go, you may continue. So yeah, how does that look on the front? Yeah, I think that looks good. I think that looks very, very good. So yeah, what are we thinking about the overall design though? I think it works really, really well. So yeah, obviously RGB in terms of the fans can all be controlled through MSI Center. So very, very easy to do. Just install the software and away you go. So yeah, we're not going to install software today because we are running late in the day.
On a bank holiday.
On a bank holiday that we shouldn't have been here anyway. I've got Spanish tapas food tonight, so I've got to get all prepared for that and help my missus with cooking it and everything. She's been sorting it all out today. She had to go shopping and everything.
Get to it.
Yeah, she had to go shopping and everything today and get everything sorted. So yeah, she should be watching the stream now while she's doing cooking and bits and bobs. So I need to get home and help her and drink much sangria and eat plenty of food. So yeah, should be a good night. So,
I'm
yeah.
just
So
struggling
we'll
right now.
see what the stock default RGB is. Actually, it's got the LED button. Don't worry. I was thinking, we haven't got time to install the operating system and everything to do all the RGB, but we can do it just straight off the button. So yeah, eTeknix, I have on my PC case 8 fans. 2, and then 2, and then 2, and then 2. And the same on the back. All these case fans, the 6 of the 8 are with a blue LED light. And the other 2 is in the bottom, is green and purple. Okay, I don't know if new motherboards have 8 spaces for case fans. Just buy a hub, 20 quid, $20, 20 euros, 20 whatever currency.
Ow.
Yeah, just buy a hub and just, bolt it to the back of your case. Again, if you need any help with that, go onto our Discord and everything. Looks really good, tidy job. It has made us, it's made us look really good. Like the lack of, we've hidden the cables so well. I could get used to builds like this, to be fair. So yeah,
All right.
we all good?
Yeah.
Okay, so
This, I think will have to come in a moment. It's just RGB and pump.
Yep.
That's it. All right. Fair enough.
is there like an RGB splitter cable, or is it just the fan cable? Does the
It's
splittings?
just that, I think.
Okay,
I mean, we've got the
Yep.
fan
so we
thingy,
do that. There's one.
and that will go into CPU fan, and then we'll plug the pump into the pump fan.
Then we've got 2. Where are we going to put the other RGB fans?
The other motherboard thing.
Have they got 3?
Well, they can daisy chain.
Oh yeah, true. Right, so we get that on. Right, so fans are on. We should have really showed you guys, but let's put it down this way, just so you can see what's going on with all the cables. It is a bit of a rat's nest, but you're never going to see it because it's on this side. So yeah, I love how you tuck this all down and it just keeps working its way out.
I mean, never going to see it is the entire point, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. The black and white looks good. It's a good example for me. My case is white outside but black inside. Yeah, it's actually like a silvery sort of colour, but yeah, I do like the whole contrasting, sort of more like a monochrome look, if anything.
And that
So,
goes.
I am actually, so I did mention about Computex and China and stuff, and we have a 12K camera, right? That is right in front of us. We could never ever take that away because it's, I mean, firstly, it's worth like $10,000. Secondly, it's heavy and everything. We have got a 6K camera, which is this one up here, which is doing this.
We have another one
over there.
which is the one we take, I think.
Yeah, so that's the one that we took last time when we went to Computex and we saw brands like MSI. The problem is it's heavy, it takes V-mount batteries, so we have to take multiple of them, and it was just a bit of a nightmare. So Brandon is going to quickly go out the room and get our new camera because, yeah, it's pretty special. Would you say it's special? I'd say it's special. So yeah, it came yesterday. They are out of stock everywhere, this camera, but I managed to find one. They tracked one down in like a local hub warehouse type thing, and this is going to be our new camera. So our current camera that we were taking to Computex is, you know, about this big, lens on it, V-mount batteries, weighed a fair amount as well. So we have completely traded, I guess side graded. I wouldn't say it's a downgrade because it still does 4K. It does 60 FPS. It can do 4K 120, 1080, 240. So it's more than capable. It has a wireless transmitter and everything built in. So it's got all of the functionality of our Blackmagic 6K camera. And it's in this. Which is just hilarious. So this is, and like I say, out of stock everywhere. But this is the new DJI Osmo Pocket 3 on a gimbal and everything. So this is actually what we're going to be taking to Computex. Comes with a battery backup, which charges the main battery as well. And then we can install the little tripod legs on it. So we've gone from taking a very, very heavy camera to taking this. So yeah, nice and easy. It's got a gimbal. I can control it, turn it with a thing, or you can do face tracking, put it in selfie mode. Yeah, so this is what we're taking. Pretty cool, right? It's going to be so much easier. So yeah, and even the tripod as well, which is pretty cool. It just like goes out, so you can do that, and then you can film yourself with the face tracking. I mean, it's got the memory card in there. I can actually display the face tracking while we do this. So if I put it on there, put it into normal video mode, which does 4K 60, and I start the face tracking, it's detected my face, and then if I move, you'll see it's actually following me. So if I put this on,
I was going to say, I wonder if...
can you see it better of the head actually moving? Yes, you can.
If I
So yeah,
if I hold it and kind of...
there you
we
go.
can see the screen too.
So yeah, face tracking built in, pretty damn amazing. And yeah, it comes with a wireless mic as well. Little wireless mic, which will just sit on my chest. Job done. So yeah, where is Computex this year? Same place, Taiwan, Taipei. You've got the main convention center, which is in a place called Nangang. So yeah, we'll be over there for the whole show. So yeah, I was so happy that I managed to get one of these. So happy. The screen, so people asking about the screen. So basically, when you go like that, that turns it on, so it is horizontal. Again, I'll do it over on the overhead. So that's horizontal. If you turn it like that and press continue, it's now in vertical mode, so it does 3K resolution. So yeah, you can do all your TikToks and YouTube shorts and stuff like that. Technically, you can do it like that and then just turn it like that and still get 4K 60. And that way it is in vertical mode. And then yeah, to turn it off, you just do that. Counts down 2, 1, and then turns off. And then this actually turns around, so it yeah. So yeah, a pretty cool little thing for the low price of 620 quid.
We're going to be the bells of the ball at Computex.
Indeed. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Right, where are we at?
We just need to mount the cooler to the CPU, get the
Okay.
cables done, and we're good to go.
Cool. Yeah, do that, and I'll go
Oh,
through some
no.
more chat.
GPU.
GPU.
That comes after, though.
Yes. Yeah. Let's do the cooler first. There we go. So we'll do the cooler, get that on, and then we can do the GPU.
Okay, so the top of the cooler is got a rotatable head. I don't know if we mentioned this earlier.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter what way we actually put it on.
No, because then we can just rotate it so the MSI logo is facing up the right way, and yeah. What else have we got in the chat? People talking about fans. Someone said to duct tape the Osmo to my forehead and make a point of view build. I think I'd have to get. Yes, has he not put thermal paste on?
No, I'm just checking something.
Okay, yeah. I wasn't actually looking at what you were doing. I was like,
I'm checking
I just
how
saw it
to
come
do
up in the chat. So, yeah, if I was going to do a point of view build, I kind of feel like they've been done to death. But yeah, I'd probably just get a GoPro and use that. But yeah, this DJI Osmo Pocket 3, this is the creator combo, which comes with the extra battery thing and the microphone and stuff. That was £619. So probably about the same in dollars, but you can get it cheaper if you don't want the little tripod bit and the battery thing. I think it's about 400 and something. So yeah.
Just getting your opinion on this. What way do you think we should put this on? There's only 2 ways it can go on.
Right. Let's have a look.
One of them, you're stretching the tubes a bit this way,
That's all right.
and the other way, there's quite a bit of pressure pushing it like that.
Either or.
So, what do you
Either
think?
or. Either or.
Okay, well,
So you decide.
I'm gonna put it down so we can all see what's going on.
Yep. So, Dan, you have a bunch of parts. I mean, you want to see the other room, which there are pictures actually on, I believe, on the behind the scenes on our Discord. So.
Oh, that came out much liquidier than I expected.
Yeah, they normally do the sort of pre-supplied ones. So is that a 90 swivel screen too? So yeah, I think I showed what I can do and everything. The tracking on those isn't great, not 100% reliable, but a great little pocket camera. To be fair, I'm probably not going to use the tracking because while we're at a show, Brandon would be able to sort of film me on it and then sort of come in close to the products and stuff. If we had face tracking, it's just constantly going to be trying to look at me. Right, all good.
We thinking? Twist that. We thinking that way?
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
That'll work.
That'll do, pig. That'll do. Gotta admit, I'm not a huge fan of this mounting style.
I mean, it's an AMD thing, isn't it?
There we go.
I have to loosen it a little bit to get there.
So yeah, we do have thermal paste on there now, so people can not worry.
Yeah, I wasn't forgetting it. I was just experimenting. Oh, that does cover the pump, though.
There you go. You can manipulate it how you want, but it works. It works. So
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if the back might have been a better option.
nah. Right. So we need that one to go somewhere.
Yeah, it just needs to go up.
Might be best to route it like down there, so it's kind of hidden, and then that can go through, and then same with that one. So yeah. So what's everyone got planned for the weekend? What have you got planned for the weekend?
Me? Oh, I don't even know. Go look for a suitcase.
Yep.
That's
about
it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, mine is to do absolutely nothing. That is my one and only plan for this weekend is to do absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Is it this one?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
That's. How long is the cable? How much have we got?
Let me plug it in. There you go. Let's put it back on that view. Yeah, you can pull it back, do whatever you want. But
Is that all I've got?
Yep.
Okay, that's
Slightly less than is needed to go that way, so we're gonna have to go that way with it.
nothing exciting. Let's see what else. I was attending a Teams meeting last week, and the presenter was in a conference with another person sitting opposite the table. For some reason, they had facial tracking on, which resulted in an hour presentation where the camera constantly changed from side to side. My new power supply extension cables and combs arrived. I know what Proto's doing this weekend then. Catherine, nothing exciting. Catherine, you are going to be doing something exciting, aren't you? You're going to be talking on our Discord. Catherine, I think, joined our Discord like last week, said hello, but we haven't really heard much from her. So hopefully this weekend we'll hear some more from you. Going to a retro arcade / bar tomorrow.
Oh, where's that?
I can't remember where they live because they won a prize off us, so I do know where they live, but I can't think where. So yeah, but no, that'll be cool. Jacob's going to be in the pub. You know, I haven't been to a pub in a while.
Last time I was at a pub was my parents' wedding day.
Oh, okay. That was a year and a half ago?
No, it was 2018.
Was it?
2018, 2019.
Didn't you go to a pub for someone else's wedding?
Did I?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that because I didn't enjoy it.
Hopefully they're not watching the stream.
I mean, someone related might be, but they also didn't enjoy it, so they won't take offence.
Andy, don't forget to promote the eTek getaway. Is there a getaway that I don't know about?
Yeah, well,
Win a prize, come to Spain with me.
No, we'll all be in a field.
Yeah.
That's what he means.
Yeah.
You didn't even promote it. He's talking about the.
Yeah, he's in Manchester, by the way.
He's talking about the.
Yeah, the heist. Are we going to a resort? Apparently, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I'm excited. Let's go.
Talking about the Patreon meetup.
The Patreon meetup. Yes. So every year we do a Patreon meetup, which basically involves people coming down to the eTeknix offices, which are in the southeast of England. You get to come in, you get to explore the offices. It is bigger than just what you're seeing on camera. So this is the studio, next door is the storage room, and next door is the office. You get to come down, get to see some cool stuff. We've done, in the past, tube bending. So we get the heat gun out, you can bend tubes. We've done editing competition where you have to go in front of a green screen and do something funny. Whoever obviously wins that gets a prize. And then we go and camp in a field and, yeah, that sort of stuff. And just have a good time. People talking about tech and just general stuff.
Drinking booze, falling off chairs.
Yeah, exactly that. So, again, if you are a patron, you can come to that meetup in August we're looking at. If not, you can sign up to Patreon and, yeah, you'll be able to come then. What else have we got? That Thread Ripper box is massive. Which is it? That one? Talking about this one? That was... I don't even remember what Thread Ripper that was.
I don't know if anyone can see it, but we have an MSI box right above my head that has been upside down for months, and it bugs me every time I look at it.
It is a big box, I'll give it that. So this one, I can't remember what came in this one.
Threadripper, probably.
Well, yeah, but I can't remember.
Does it say anything elsewhere? No, that's just
No.
a bit.
I can't remember what one, but...
Is it even in there?
No. So I think it was original Threadripper was in this, which would be the like 1900 series stuff. I think that's what came in here. So they basically give us these media presentation type things, hence why we've got them all up there. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a 1900. So yeah, let's try and get that back in there. No,
there is a collection of MSI altogether, and that one is still upside down.
My favourite one is probably that one, which again is an MSI one. It's the Meg. I can't even remember what came in that. God, no, it wasn't the Godlike. I think it was the Ace or Unify. So yeah,
Literally, our Z690 Godlike was a.
that was a beastly box. Should we get the top back on?
I was going to say that was a sad story.
It was a sad story, but I've told that story before and I can't go through it again. Gets me upset every time.
But it is also relevant to today because it happened because it went to other people, came back, and they didn't look after it properly.
And
surprise,
it was ruined.
surprise.
Yep, exactly that. So, top panels on. Graphics card.
Yeah.
We can do that.
That's all there is left to do.
Yeah. Are we going to a resort? Is that Retail Box and a Reviewer YouTube edition? Yeah, it's a reviewer stuff. So all this stuff up here, I'm seeing what you can see. So that's retail. That's not. That's not. That's not. That's not. That's not. That's not. Oh yeah, wooden box. But when that arrived, that didn't come from. That came directly from AMD, and when it arrived, the clasp had broken.
Oh, I mean that's probably shipping.
Yeah, the upside down MSI box. This is an MSI crate, so it's like actually like not a crate. It's more like a pirate chest basically.
Flight case type thing? No,
that's a flight case. So up in the corner, which you guys
you
can just see, we've got a
just
Pelican
see
case, MSI, and then yeah, it's more like a pirate chest that like opens up. But
That-
all of them are YouTuber reviewer editions.
There's one you can't see above this MSI one. That had the golden lucky statue that is behind Andy.
Oh yeah, this one that you can't see because the case is in the way. Oh
You-
no,
you
you
can
can
see
see
it,
it.
you can see it.
Yeah, the little golden lucky. So I've
Yeah.
got that. I've got some other golden luckies. There's one here. Yeah, and I have got
There's some hidden around.
There's
the
one
place.
hanging off the Taipei 101.
One in a mug. There's a little plush here.
Like this one is going full Nakatomi Plaza. So yeah, which again they can't really see,
Godzilla.
but yeah, you can see it.
Going very Godzilla on
So there
that.
you go. Right,
Not Godzilla. King
let's
Kong.
have a look. Then turn the box around. It's effort. Do you know what, I might just do it now.
Alright.
I mean, this was clearly something MSI and Intel, so I think this was the ace.
Oh, it says Ace on the side.
There you go. What was it, Z690? Z590?
Ooh.
Yeah. Oi.
Just opening up this.
I can't get the sleeve on. There we go. This is the only annoying part. It's like, right, got the sleeve on, and it just falls to the bottom. I really should tape it on there, but yeah. Although if I taped it, it would be covering the MSI logo. So
Maybe tape it part way up.
well, like there.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad.
There you go. It is now officially up the right way. So yeah. What else have we got going on? Yeah, someone else, Eric, noticed the MSI box upside down. So yeah, hi guys, I'm looking to build my first rig and I stumbled here. You're in the perfect place. We've been doing the zero build, Project Zero, so no cables on the motherboard, it's all on the back. And I think that looks pretty cool. So there is that. But yeah, if you want to know, if you want help with your build Bonsai Master, then head on over to our Discord. Someone will, I'm sure, put it into the chat very, very soon. Graphics card, what we got? 4070 Ti Super.
Slim.
Slim. So it's 2 slot.
Yeah, I mean it's what
You'd normally expect 2.5 to 3 slot, I guess, with a 4070 Ti Super.
Yeah, I mean this isn't two slot. It still has a bit of the.
It protrudes over a smidge.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be a huge issue really. It's not gonna mean that something in another slot isn't gonna fit properly. You know, it's quite nice.
Yeah.
Quite nice looking. It does come with a
Bracket.
stand that
Anti-sag bracket.
that type, and it also does come with a two-way splitter. But we're not going to need that because our power supply has a direct cable.
Native 12VH PWR.
This is missing all its caps. Thank you to whoever had this first.
Yeah, not great. Not great. But there you go. I like the slim GPUs. I'm not a fan of the massive GPUs. Yeah, I think, certain people are like that. So
I have to admit, I'm the other way around. I really like the big GPUs that fill in some of the space. I'm not a huge fan of dead space.
because it's micro ATX, it uses the first and second slot.
And I'm not referring to Dead Space, the video game. I have no opinion. I've never played it.
So let's take that off. By the way, the link for our Discord is in the chat. So if you are looking at building like your first PC and you do need some help, stop by and we'll be more than happy to help.
Quite a few dual slot / two fan models for 4070, 4070 Ti levels of performance. Yeah, I mean, even the founders for those are like straight 2 slot. They don't protrude at all.
What's that?
The 4070 Ti kind of.
Yeah, it's
Founder-
only when you get up
founders
to the
cards.
4080 that it just goes.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at those same cards, but the non-founders ones, the like AIB ones, then they often stick out more. But
Yep.
I have to admit, I am a big fan of how the founders look.
My favourite, I'm torn, but I really, really like Supreme X.
Yeah, Supreme X is really nice.
Right.
Particularly their 4000 series the new stuff, they altered the design a little bit from the last generation 3000 series stuff, and it looks a lot nicer.
It somehow looks even more premium, and it's not like it looked cheap in the first place.
No,
it's like,
weird.
They've gone like super premium. So there's that. Right,
also,
graphics card is in.
It feels a little bit more subtle in the same way, but I think that helps make it feel more premium. It doesn't feel gamery.
So come on though, for cables, look at that.
It's just one.
Just one cable. I mean, obviously the AIO, we have tried to hide the cable, and I think you've done a very, very good job of that.
Oh, thank you.
But I think that looks amazing. And it's basically now done.
Yeah.
So, what cable do I need? This one?
Yeah, I just tucked it away so it wasn't dangling in by our feet.
So let's see. I guess moment of truth. Let's just angle it ever so slightly.
Ready?
Go on then. Oh, yeah. Alright. Come on. Does that or does that not look absolutely amazing?
You know what? This is a first for us. We did it right first time on a stream.
It's because we used the right components. No, I think that actually looks very, very nice. Very, very clean. Yeah. I actually really like that.
It's a shame we can't really put the side panels on to like give an idea of what they'd look like.
Yeah, it should be okay. There might be a little bit of reflection, but we'll give it a go. So let's turn it off quickly, just so we can do that. And that pushes in.
Yeah. My eyes went all funny, so I was struggling to see.
That side. Oh, no, back out.
Whoa.
That one's in. That one's
There
in.
you go.
Cool.
In.
So yeah, the front, for anyone who missed it, it has got like this angled pillar. So it does look quite cool. Okay, it's heavy now.
Everything
just closed.
It was edge. Edge is closed.
Yeah. The stream should still be going.
Yeah, because it's connected through the thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the RTMP, I think it is.
Stupid edge.
Yeah, thanks for that, Edge. So, yeah, you haven't plugged it into a monitor yet. Don't celebrate just yet, and we're not going to. Not because we don't want to, but
it's a bank holiday Friday.
It's a bank holiday. We didn't realise we're still here, and I want to go home. So, but obviously, wanted to do this for you guys, so
we did it together.
Teamwork. There you go. Stream is indeed still going. So yeah. Right. So these are basically what's going on. We should be able to. There you go. Press the LED.
I mean,
the top ones won't change because they are.
They can.
How?
I'll daisy chain them.
Yeah. Aha.
Oh, sorry.
It warned me.
I didn't realise your arm was there.
Okay. I mean, they can barely see the top ones, but yeah, we'll go through all of the different colours and stuff. But yeah. But I think that looks really, really nice.
They all the same?
Yes.
Sweet.
And if I change... Yep. So they're all changing the same now. Let's turn some lights off. Without looking directly at the light. Why did I do that? We got these stupidly powerful studio lights, and for some reason I thought it'd be a good idea to walk up and look it directly in the eye. There we go.
Ooh, that looks nice.
That looks moody.
Should I get the front one too, or do you think it's good?
No, I think we're good like that. So yeah, so you can cycle through. We've got purple. We got. It's more white here, but it looks blue on camera. We've got. That is blue.
Shame we can't change the memory. We're just not doing software right now.
Yep. That's like a cyan colour. Green. Quite like the green actually. That's quite nice. Yellow. Red. Obviously multicolour, but it's like. Well, it's a few different colours, but yes, slowly sort of pulsing.
Yeah, I've noticed that one in particular. MSI has really been fond of that one recently.
Red pulsing, yellow pulsing, green pulsing. You kind of get the idea with that.
Static ones, by the looks of it?
Yep, they're static colours. How do we get back to it? There we go. And then, of course, we have the unicorn, rainbow, sort of puke and stuff. So, yeah. For anyone who joined after, just going to quickly go through the parts. This is the MSI MAG?
Pano
M100R PZ. So the PZ part is the important part. It's part of their Project Zero, which is exactly what this motherboard is. If we turn the lights back on,
You said that, and I was just like, what am I meant to be doing?
Yeah. If we turn the lights back on, there's a lot of airflow in here as well.
The fans are just running kind of fast. We haven't set them or anything.
So that's the case. Power supply, MSI A850GL. It's an ATX 3.0. It's PCI Express 5, so it comes with a native 12V PWR cable, which is the only cable you can basically see on this, because the motherboard, being Project Zero, it's the B650M Micro ATX, but being Project Zero means that all of the connectors, and we will show you in a sec, are on the rear. Graphics card, we've got the 4070 Ti Super. This is the MSI Slim Edition, so only takes up 2 slots in your case. Perfect for something like this, which is Micro ATX. Kingston Fury DDR5 5600 32 gig. We've got a 7800 X3D underneath the MSI E360 liquid cooler. I think that's it. Oh yeah, SSD. There is a MSI Spatium, I think it's the A480, 1 terabyte, 7,000 megabytes a second. M480. Absolutely amazing. And we'll show you the connectors on the rear.
You know what?
For anyone who missed it.
Given how much extra cable there is at the back, doesn't look too bad.
No. So you can see the 24 pins actually going directly into here. We've got a right-angled USB. The 2 8 pins are into the back here. Fans up here. There's SATA down there. There's front panels down here. Overall, I think this is a lovely, lovely looking build.
Yeah, I think I get the cableless now.
I do. Yeah.
I get it.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Like, when cableless was first announced, I was a bit like, oh, you know, people with their custom cables, they're not going to like it, this, that, and the other. But after building this has made, admittedly, I didn't do a lot of the building, you did a lot of it, but I think you'd agree with me in saying this has made DIY PC building even easier.
Yeah, I do know what you mean. Obviously, we had that slight hiccup with the USB-C connector on the motherboard, but as we say, that might not be.
It might come with an adapter or something, and whoever had the case before us the motherboard before us didn't include it. So
yeah, like I wouldn't be super surprised if they didn't have one of those when that's useful and decided to keep it. Because some people just do things like that. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all of that. What else we got? Unicorn puke. It is. I think that's a mouthful, but thanks. And then there's some links to the case and also the motherboard. Mike says, I love the clean look, but as someone constantly messing around with parts and configurations, having to open both the front and the rear as well is a bit of a pain in the butt. To be fair, you're only going to have to open the front if you want to get to the GPU, really. Yeah. Unless you're changing your CPU, but how often are you doing that? So there's that element of it. Other than that, you only actually need to open the back part. So, yeah, no, I think it's a fair trade-off for something that does look very, very, very clean.
It really helps you appreciate the memory a bit more too, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, I really like it.
The memory is often an underappreciated part of the system because you get big air coolers covering them and cables stick out and are next to them and they're a little bit cramped in there. But it does gives it a little bit more space and you can kind of appreciate your memory a bit more. And if you've bought a really nice kit of memory, like the Kingston Fury Beast RGB that we put in there, you're gonna want to be able to see it, right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure they'd like to see you, but you're hidden by a case at the moment.
Well, I mean,
if you step that way.
I've got a...
does this Mobo still have SATA ports? It does. It's got 4 SATA ports. They are... There are 2 on this corner, and 2, you can just see that one there, just hiding away, but there's 1 there, 1 below it, and then 1 there, and 1 next to it. So yeah, it's got everything that you'd have on a conventional motherboard.
SATA cables have always had right angle connectors, so that's not even a problem.
Yep. Yeah, I mean that's like problem solved straight away. It was solved before it was a problem.
Yeah, it was way ahead of its time.
Yeah. So yeah, Jacob's put all the links to everything into chat. So if you did want to pick up any of these MSI parts, then obviously you can. So all good. Finally, you don't need to remove your GPU just to access the SATA ports. I know. See, convenience. I mean, finally, you don't need to remove your GPU to access basically any of it. Oh, yeah. The biggest one for me was front panel headers, the USBs down the bottom, HD audio, all that sort of stuff. It's, a little bit frustrating. So
maybe there's a place for a middle ground type thing where you've got the main power things are on the front if you want to have the custom cables, but everything else is on the back.
Maybe.
Then
maybe.
you're opening yourself up to so many.
I don't think there's a
options,
right
like,
for that. Yeah, you'd end up having 17 different SKUs of motherboard.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just don't. It has to be one or the other. So, and
Maybe-
obviously MSI aren't going to stop making conventional motherboards. These
There's a
do
market for
coexist.
both.
Yeah, exactly that. So, so all good. Just wondering why it's taken so long to make motherboards like this. Adoption of new things like this are never going to be easy. So even though, you know, this is an MSI sponsored live stream, we said that from the start, and we have used all MSI parts, MSI I don't think would be in the same situation as they are now with all this, you know, these types of motherboards and this type of system, unless it was for some of their competitor brands going down that same route and just, yeah, it's like, I guess, Tesla and electric cars, you know, they're helping all these other manufacturers to promote electric cars as a general thing.
I mean, that's why competition is important, is because without competition, I mean, you can just hold a monopoly and you don't have to innovate.
Yeah.
But if there's competition, you have to innovate to continue being competitive. If you have no innovation, if you don't do anything new or interesting, you're just doing the same thing all the time.
Yep.
That's how people start getting bored of your products, because there's nothing new about it.
Yeah, and Mike just made a good point about this case. It should be pointed out that the case can be used with conventional motherboards as well. It's got the holes down the bottom to poke all the cables through. It's got cable routing holes next to the motherboard. So, you know, you could buy this case and use it with a conventional motherboard. Then if, at a later date, if you wanted to buy one of these Project Zero motherboards, then you can do that. So, yeah, you're not having to buy everything as like an overhaul. There is, something for everyone. So there we go. That's about going to do it for this video. So thank you everyone for tuning in. It's been a pleasure as always doing these live streams. If you did like the live stream, please give us a like on the way out. It lets us know that you want us to continue to do them. Helps obviously, with views and the algorithm and stuff as well. If you want to help us even further, then you can over on patreon.com/eTeknix. Hopefully one of the mods will put that into the chat now. Like I say, you get exclusive behind the scenes content, bi-weekly game nights, you get to come to the eTeknix offices, Patreon not only live stream, and it helps support us like you wouldn't believe. And yeah, it's like, I think it's like $2 a month, something like that. So, you know, less than the cost of a coffee. So yeah, that would be great. But if you don't want to do that, that's absolutely fine as well. But definitely head on over to our Discord if you've got any tech questions, anything like that. I'm on there, Brandon's on there, and a bunch of other guys. And it is just a friendly, amazing place to be where we talk tech, talk gaming, talk just generally anything and everything. And yeah, no toxicity, which is, I think, pretty rare to find on most Discords these days.
Yeah.
So there you go. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. I'm going to go and eat, drink, and be merry.
Fall asleep.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I think I deserve it after yesterday going to London and everything. So there we have it. As I mentioned, thank you everyone for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. And yeah, Jacob, if you can put the link to the Discord in, that would be absolutely amazing. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. See you later. Bye bye. Say bye bye, Brandon.
Bye,
One of
everyone.
these days you're going to say bye, Brandon.
I did the first one, and then you made fun of me.
No. Cheers, guys. See you later. Bye bye.